Welcome to an episode of MSA. Today we're here with Carrie and her husband, Kenny.
Hey,
Carrie
Kenny. Hey, Carrie.
diagnosed with
Hi.
MSAC. Hi, Carrie. Kenny, welcome
Hi.
to the show.
I'm sorry, I cut these off. So, Carrie, you were diagnosed with MSA,
Yes.
and for the record, so everyone knows, our new listeners, MSAC is multiple system atrophy of the cerebellum, and MSAP is MSA Parkinsonism. MSAP reflects more of Parkinsonisms. If you have the C part, you're more drunk and your speech goes and walking too. So very
No.
similar diseases, but very different too.
Yeah.
And when you have P and you get far along, you can have C2, which is what I have, MSAP and C. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they start to cross over. I mean, like my speech is, you think I have MSAC, because my voice, like if I'm not here by myself in my room, if I go anywhere, just trying to order food or talk to doctors or whatever, I can't do it because my speech, it just goes, right? The fine motor skills, talking goes. So you would think I have MSAC, but I have much more P than C for sure. So
Mercy.
tell us the journey, like how you knew when it began. Like myself, my story is always walking into Kohl's. My wife noticed me dragging my feet, and that was in 2021. I mean, how did you know something was wrong, and when was that?
You are just young.
2022, 21. My headaches every day in 2021. And they pushed it off as menopause.
You don't talk about your menopause.
Never know.
Everything's menopause, with
Yeah.
women.
Hey, when I went to my doctor asking about why I was having these issues, I literally said, "Is this what getting old feels like?" I was 41, and he laughed at me. He says, "No, this is not what getting old feels like." So trust me, like menopause or anything else, I understand that you never know.
Right. And so I go home, I'm like, something's wrong. My speech and that. So at the end of 2022, I was working, went back to work, and I'm like, I noticed that as a counselor, something was wrong.
Did you think you had a stroke?
Nope. I checked
You,
that. So
did
I
you
got
feel
it finally in March of 2022.
March of 23, yeah.
I got a CT scan. So cerebral atrophy.
Yeah. CT. So X-rays are good for looking at bone and soft tissue. CTs are good for hard tissue and changes in substance. The difference between different types of tissue. It just detects changes. It's like electrically and everything else too. But yeah, CT that's what they look for. When you first complain, they think you might have MSA. They CT or X-ray the brain and the spinal cord and see if there's any type of atrophy, or it could be tumors, it could be cancer, it could be a lot of things that's caught on lesions on
Exactly.
the spinal cord. So yeah, that's the first thing you got to get from a doctor is like X-rays X-rays and CTs will rule out 95% of errors.
They thought first MS, but having lesions.
Yeah.
did you have a previous CAT scan that they could compare them to?
Excuse me?
Did you have a previous CT scan to compare them to?
No, they thought TBI had an injury, but
Yeah,
from
traumatic brain injury.
when I was a kid, they thought that first
So they're thinking you have
kept
cerebral
progressing worse.
ataxia.
Huh?
They were thinking you had ataxia.
Yes, I have extreme ataxia. So walking's hard because of movement. Bending over is
Well,
hard.
so your first symptom was speech, if
Yeah.
I'm hearing that correct. And so what did you do before MSA? I mean, like your life's work.
I was a school counselor
I heard the counselor in the school park. Was it the bad elementary school kids, or was it the grown
Elementary,
ups?
the best.
The bad kids.
God bless you. I remember in elementary school. I'm not sure I can handle these kids
Oh,
now.
I love them. I wasn't.
Good for you.
I wasn't.
We interviewed somebody that was a counselor that also had C.
Oh, really? I don't remember. Look, I want to say, how long was you a counselor for?
6 years. I was a teacher for that,
Okay, teacher before that.
and a principal.
Wow. So basically, you were like in the military.
What year
Teacher,
did you start?
principal, counselor. Yeah,
What year did you start teaching?
2000.
Oh, you did it a long time, didn't you?
Good for you. A lot of people, thank you for your service. I mean that in a very good way. What we about cops and military and firefighters and nurses. Teachers are the ones that direct kids in the right direction. So thank you for all those years for sure.
Thank you.
When did you become a principal?
2 years. First job
Yeah.
ever.
Or whatever.
I would have been a dictator if I was principal.
And
You
that
must
was
have a
it.
lot of patience.
Yeah, no patience at all. Like, you're fired.
Did
You're
you?
fired. You're fired.
You have a lot of patience, Carrie.
What about Kenny? What did you do before MSA, Kenny? Or do?
I'm a lifelong farmer.
Really?
Yep.
What do you farm? Don't say corn and
Thank you for
soybeans.
your service.
No, potatoes and Coors barley.
Of course.
Coors, yeah. Malt barley.
For beer.
For beer. Yeah, my dad started about 55 years ago growing barley for Coors. So we've been at that for a long time.
So I'm going to close my eyes and imagine you have some type of brewery in your house.
Nope.
No?
I
Wrong.
don't even drink much beer. I don't even eat very many potatoes.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know they use potatoes and vodka until I saw a little big bottle of vodka that said potato on it. I was like, really?
Yeah, we could keep the world drunk.
Thank you for your service too, Kenny.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
other
coming
than
to your house.
that, I'm pretty narrow in my education, I should say. I'm good at one thing, and that's all.
The most successful individuals in the world are dropouts.
I didn't drop out. I just didn't keep going.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Let me restate that. The most valuable persons in the world were not valedictorians of their schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like me and Daisy.
Yeah,
We
lots,
gotta have our farmers.
lots of education here.
Yeah, she has 4 master's degrees. She should have gone for a doctorate, but I ran out of time.
It's
I
okay.
was going to go in 2023, but here I
Well,
am.
I mean, can't you still actually get the doctorate but just not use it?
I can't write or type.
So those are necessary things.
Carrie,
Go ahead.
Well, there has to be something with the ADA Act to help you along with that. You would think, right?
Carrie,
Yeah, I got retirement disability.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all I
No,
have.
no Social Security,
No Social Security.
not yet.
Not yet.
Have you applied for it?
I applied. I need to reapply.
Yeah.
I can give you a number of somebody that can be an advocate for you.
Probably. I need an advocate this time. I apply.
Oh, you were denied.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send
But
you some information.
you weren't diagnosed first, though, right?
Yeah, she hasn't officially been diagnosed yet. But
And before
Yeah.
that, I applied for that. So I'll try again.
Yeah,
I'll send you
MSA is.
the advocate because if you have this advocate, she can get you for you to go back to the first time that you applied that date, so you get all that back pay.
Yeah, retro. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, they did because my first check for Social Security was a pretty big one. I was wondering where all that money came from. But you don't get enough Social Security anyways. I voted for Trump so I could not have my Social Security taxed. I was like, please make good on that promise, Trump. Don't tax the Social Security. That would help us immensely.
Yeah, it would.
So Farmer Kenny here. Sorry, Kenny. Kenny the farmer. There is a very strong relationship between pesticides and Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Do you? I try when I talk to people, I try to remember to ask, what do you think caused your MSA or Parkinsonism? Do
Mine.
you think it could be chemicals or?
I think some.
It's a possibility. Yeah, I really don't know.
You don't know.
Well, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it anyway. But you're
Yeah.
right.
Right.
But I gotta have pesticides to
Yeah,
to
Carrie
counter
never
those.
was out on our farm that much, but she did grow up in the same area, and so
Yeah.
now I've been exposed to a lot.
If you're a livestock farmer, you have to be.
Yeah.
What?
Being farmer, you had to. And
Yeah.
I found
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard they have drones now for farming for pesticides or spraying pesticides.
Um, only way we really do it is through our center pivot. There's, safe ways to inject it into the irrigation and irrigate it on that way rather than crop dusting and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
my stepmom's husband is a crop duster, and he's in the nursing home with Parkinson. He just got on
your
the.
uncle.
Yeah, I had an uncle that wasn't very careful when he did his clinical applications, and he died last year of Parkinson's. So could be.
Yeah, well, it's widely the articles, like especially California, the major clusters of Parkinson's is around all the vineyards,
Yeah.
the chemicals. Now, I'm not an anti-chemical person. I drink water out of the hose outside, and I'm a bad person, but I've never been exposed to anything like that. But it's, the
They
more
got
you,
to somewhere.
yeah, right. I mean, the more we talk crap about California and their laws about chemicals and sugar and this and that, it starts to make sense after a while, especially like chemicals, some of the stuff they're trying to do to cut back on stuff because they know some of these chemicals are causing a lot of these diseases.
Health issues.
And I could be, though I did advocate a lot, a lot, they just, I was poisoned that way.
Really?
He may be poisoned through the water. Yeah.
Yeah, into the system. Do you have a well?
He did.
Yeah. So if you had a well on the farm,
I felt like we got married in 2011, and I moved back to the area, and I felt like I'd be poisoned.
Like she's been poisoned. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
we
I
tried
never
to drink
thought about that.
purified water and stuff more than just out of the faucet for sure. But
I
you know,
grew up on a 100-acre farm, and I drank out of the hose all the time. We had a well.
Yeah, me too, as a kid.
there's nothing wrong with a little bit of rust, but puts a little bit of taste into the water.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
I
true.
never really thought about that.
You just don't eat the paint, the lead paint chips on the walls. What you don't eat.
yeah,
Everything else is okay.
yeah. They had lead paint or lead pipes back in the day, and
Yeah, paint too. Yeah, paint. They had to strip that stuff from schools. And China sent a whole bunch years ago under Trump's first term, just Trump or whatever. But I remember they sent a ton of drywall with lead inside of it on accident. I'm sorry, how do you put lead in drywall? And they had to and all these houses were built already, and they had to knock them all back down and
Asbestos too.
asbestos. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, we had asbestos.
And we had that in my house.
yeah.
Carrie, what are your other symptoms?
What are my
Other symptoms?
bladder retention is my problem.
What did you do for that?
So I go often trying to, if I relax, I'm a bit lucky. The male irritating me. Urologist. A male urologist.
Just,
I'm
Urologist.
very prepared.
She's getting referred to a urologist at the Mayo to see if self-cathetering or something like that might be.
We had a UTI in January.
Yeah, a couple of them.
did it hurt?
Yeah. Well, she ended up in the hospital for 3 days because one of them came back as a strain that the normal antibiotics don't fix, and so they had to put her in the hospital to give her IV antibiotics for 3 days. But it's kind of strange because when she went in to get tested and they did the test at the doctor, it all come back clean, and then when they sent it off for culturing, it grew bacteria. It showed that it was this other type that the antibiotics weren't taken care of. So I think since she was there and she's felt better, she may have had an ongoing one kind of that was somewhat undetectable for a while.
You know,
Did it make you feel dry?
I'm glad you said that because, every hospital, clinic, and, facility uses different types of equipment. And like, I'm going for my surgery for my pre-op x-rays and stuff for my shoulder replacement surgery on next upcoming Wednesday. And the x-ray machines at this hospital said, hey, you have an issue, which is the severe scarring from aspiration of anything, like inflammation and aspiration. Whereas the x-rays I had at another hospital 2 days earlier shows nothing. Every time I go to Methodist is the name of it, they show me things that I never knew I had. And I go back to Franciscan and I'm like, why can't you guys see this stuff? It makes no sense. So yeah, I encourage, second opinions and third opinions, and I've been to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, and it's a great place. I mean, they have all the technology.
Yep.
Some of it is experimental, but they are world renowned for what they do. But you always want to have a backup plan because not every test is going to come back positive at every facility.
What were your UTIs that skin?
Negative. I've had 2 unwanted tests.
Well, on your DAT scan, how long was it between your first symptoms and then your DAT scan? How long a period of time?
Probably 6 months.
It has to be at least 2 to 3 years to show up on a DAT scan.
Oh, wow.
Is the average time you'll start to see the
Don't.
Seeing
Excuse me.
again.
the electrical component of the putamen and caudate stuff not working anymore. So my first one was negative too, and I was like, is there a positive? Is there a possibility that we're just too early? He says, yeah. He says you got to be between 2 and 3 years to have a positive one. My next 4, all positive.
Huh. Have you had the C test? The SIN one?
SIN 1 test?
No, I would. So my doctors tell me that that's really not useless, but it's not a test that's needed for MSA because you verify MSA by other things. The sign 1 test is hit and miss, and it depends on your pharmaceutical company. So no, most doctors do not use the sign 1 test to diagnose MSA at all.
Did you
I've had
just come
2
negative?
external ones, all negative.
Right. I think Daisy had negative 1 too, right?
Yeah, I had skin one that's negative, and then that skin that was abnormal.
You did have a abnormal sign 1.
I think that
It's
MSCC
negative.
has, it's different.
Yeah, it is because MSAP and C. Well, for anybody, the fundamental problem with it was a sign 1 test, or anyone listening, taking a biopsy of a piece of tissue from random parts of your body. Is they take them from where it starts first,
Right.
where the protein builds up to first. Your abdomen, your arm, your leg, your neck, something like that, stomach.
Yep.
But
It moves.
the buildup of the proteins builds up on everybody differently. Mine could be in my feet, my legs, and my kneecaps, and yours could be on your shoulder,
Exactly.
abdomen, and neck. So, that test is so inaccurate because it
It
depends
is.
on the person.
Did you have a UTI?
Those are the main ones. Some low blood pressure.
Did you ask about UTI symptoms, Daisy?
Yeah.
I caught that. Yeah, she said, did you have any other? Did you?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you see horses and elevators? Horses and elevators.
I thought you said horses udders. Like, I know what udders are, but I don't know if horses have too many udders.
Horses and elevators.
No, I know cows have udders, but I don't think horses have udders.
I
I'm losing my mind over
have
here.
that.
Yeah, Carrie has Ehlers Danlos. I don't know if that's what you asked. She has Ehlers Danlos syndrome, which is
2.
connective tissue disorder.
Those are horrible.
Yeah. Not fun.
So those are more like related to nerve endings, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, muscle. Yeah, those are.
Oh.
There's some things that you would rather have besides the MSA. And that's not one of them. You know, honestly, anything that deals with the nerves are dying. Like our nerves are dying in the brain, the putamen, right? Your caudate, but they have it actually like on the rest of your body. I don't want that.
No, it's so fun. Dan,
Do you have neuropathy?
tell 'em about January.
Well, last year in January, her knee popped out, and we had to go take her to the hospital and have it relocated. So, of course, it took 6 hours from the time we went to the time they actually did it.
I couldn't pee.
I should have just yanked on it and made it and put it back in, because it would have been 6 hours less time and a lot less money.
Did you have to?
I actually agree with you, kid. I agree 100%.
Because
Did you
usually,
have
if
to
that
go under
happens, she could.
anesthesia?
Excuse me.
Did you have any anesthesia?
Yes. And
Well,
my
Since you could
anesthesia.
have signals.
Did she ask?
Yeah.
Carrie had anesthesia, and she had a reaction after what was it, hysterectomy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she kind of.
Took you a long time coming out of anesthesia?
I
Yeah,
can
she had
both.
some reactions coming out of it, and they had to give her
Wow.
fentanyl or something.
how long was you under?
What, maybe an hour? They had to give her a couple of doses
So
to.
that could be contributing to.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my doctors, I've said my sources, they said they're not concerned about anesthesia. They're concerned about how long you're under anesthesia. Like, because I've been under a few times for my throat and my lungs, but those are like 15 minutes, and this one's supposed to be like 4 to 5 hours. So all my MD movement disorder specialist doctors have said it's not the anesthesia that really gets you per se; it's how long you're under anesthesia that will make things go bad for you pretty quickly. So that's.
Yeah, I think that when I started headache.
I always seem to have a stroke. I don't have a stroke, but they tell my daughter that it looks like your husband, your dad has had a stroke because his face is drooling and his mouth and speaking. You know, it's MSAC. You know, MSAC comes with facial masking that I have, and now when I go in there, I tell the doctors, I said, when I wake up, I'm not having a stroke. Just give me another 5 minutes, and I'll be okay. This is what happens when I come out of anesthesia. Don't tell anyone I'm having a stroke.
I had like a seizure
Oh
after
wow!
and twice.
Do you drive at all?
No, he
I was,
does it all.
I was gonna say they probably take it away from you because it's a seizure anyway, right?
I gave it up willingly.
Yeah, I thought about that today, Carrie. I texted my mom. I said I think I'm getting close to not driving because I'm driving like a bat out of hell with my SUV, and I don't I don't know why.
Well, MSC vision, I blurry vision,
Yeah, I have double vision.
and so
It's
I
not
drive,
horrible, but yeah.
I drive my power chair like I'm drunk. I run into walls.
mine's just blurry, but not, I miss things.
Yeah, it's we definitely can't focus on things we're supposed
I
to.
didn't feel safe, so I'm like,
Yeah, you should see her in her motorized wheelchair.
That's what I was saying. I run into the walls and everything.
Tell us how much stuff has been broken so far.
Well, we went to listen to some live music last week, and she ran into a tree. I was like, "Whoa, stop!"
A tree.
And
A tree.
three of us went
My
and picked her
dog gate.
wheelchair up and put her back
My
on the
dog
concrete.
gate has a lock at the top and the bottom. And I tore both of them off two different times. Tore lots off the
That's
wall.
cool.
It's fine motorcycles. I can't fit. I'm a pressure. I'm putting out
But putting what on?
pressure.
Pressure. Yeah.
She can still walk, but she gets tired
Yeah.
quickly. And if we go do anything that, you know, we're going to be out for a while, we take the motorized wheelchair and she gets along pretty good with it.
Have to save your energy. You're right.
Right.
I'm I'm not advocating here. I'm just saying. Ever since I did those stem cells, I don't get tired like that. It takes a lot, and my stem cells didn't fix everything. Obviously, I would never lie to anybody about that. But one thing I like walking down San Antonio's boardwalk at nighttime in the dark against the water's edge and going all night long, eating, what music and whatever. And before that, before the stem cells, I would by now I would have no voice. Just walking to the door, I'd be tired. I mean, it's
Yes.
crazy how certain things help. And in this case, the stem cells I had, thanks to Carrie Wallace also in MSA Crusaders,
Yeah.
definitely has given me a heads up because, like I said, is it the vitamins or is it the stem cells? I think it's a combination of things that definitely
Right.
helps out.
The
So,
company.
but falling on your powered chair by hitting a tree, I don't think it's we're going to have to write that one down as the best
Sounds
of.
good books.
Yeah. But so did you? They picked you up and put you back in the seat, and you still went back. You still went into the facility.
Well, to be fair to her, it was fairly new and she hadn't really gotten the hang of how sensitive it was. It's like, just
It's very simple.
release the joystick and it won't ram you.
What joystick?
And backing up is the worst, isn't it, Carrie?
Yep.
I had a lady at Walmart that was backing up. I went down to the other aisle. So no, I'm not going to get my ankle broken because of this woman.
Yep.
Carrie, tell us about your speaking device.
I what?
Your speaking device.
Speaking device.
So I'm on a Toby.
Yeah, Toby speaking device that we're looking into. We haven't ordered one or anything yet. It's kind of in the new stages of looking into it.
I thought you already had one.
No, we don't have one yet.
Is that the $60,000 version?
No,
Okay.
no, it's like between 4 and 5,000. So
Okay. I know they have some for persons like mostly for Parkinson's, but for MSA as well that are like $12,000. They go up to 60,000, but they're the whole screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're full setup.
we might be surprised when we when we get clear to that point and start. Everything's always higher priced than you originally think it should be.
But
Yeah.
the
Also
company
has one.
reached out to me today. They but help with that.
Oh, they're helping you get one
Yeah.
financially or legit.
Both. Like
So,
all part. Their part.
Who is this?
The company.
see, that's why I tell people to go. Like for me, I tell people go find yourself an academic institution, a university, and go. They have these comprehensive care clinics. They call them something else. Everything's different. There's one in Virginia. The guy we interviewed, he goes to. Like I have social workers. I have on top of every other doctor, and everyone comes in and says, "What do you need?" Right? And how can we get it for you?
Yeah,
And
we're gonna do that soon because at the point I need help. He does too.
yeah, well, I mean, especially going and seeing every doctor, every specialist, including social workers, all in one visit. It takes between three and 6 hours. Perfect. Like you can't get. Sometimes you got to like I got to travel 3 hours to get to mine, but it's better than going to them independently, separately 3 hours back and forth. 6 hour trip. So I encourage everyone, if you haven't, especially with MSA, or if you're progressed or older and progressed, to be honest, right? If you haven't been to a comprehensive care clinic that's associated for motor neuronal disease or Parkinson's or MSA or whatever, you are not helping yourself because they will take care of everything on one visit.
Yeah, the
Research home
male.
health.
Yeah, Mail has one of the best, absolutely.
Research home health.
So my doctor at the Mayo here is a bit messaged me.
No, he messaged her, and so they've been in close contact, and hopefully we'll see what happens.
Is Carrie on home health?
No, but they'll probably gallop that together.
Home health is the best. My doctor comes once a month. My nurse comes once every week. And
That'd be helpful.
I'm not on speech therapy anymore. My PT consists of alcoholic therapy. No. My alcoholic therapist is in our MSA Crusaders group. And he's going to start posting stuff about alcoholic therapy.
I got thrown out of PT.
Yeah, you got thrown out of the PT. You hit another tree.
Yeah, our insurance only gave us so many, and she wasn't improving, so.
I had the same thing. I got 6 plus 3, and after the ninth, they said we can't do anything else for you. I'm like I knew that, but I went to mine. Honestly, the only reason I went to PT, OT, Parkinson's Voice Project, and all that stuff, the only reason was to see what I didn't know already. Do these techniques, this program, documents, do what I only went there to see what I didn't know because I know most of what they're doing, these exercises. But yeah, it's unfortunate they kicked you out because of insurance.
Have you thought about alcoholic therapy?
And my PT said no evidence of improvement, no more.
You think they would still want to keep trying, repetition sets the standard, and repetition makes you stronger, even if you're weak and have a horrible disease like MSA. Like it's going to give you muscle memory.
Yeah,
right?
You think?
Yeah,
I was like,
it kills me that they just they won't give Daisy a chair on her first time or whatever, but they'll give it to somebody else who we have all these chairs and deny you. But people will live longer if they're mobile and if they're happy. Well, you can be happy if you're mobile. So give them the damn chair and let them live life. At least try to get out and not hit trees.
I had to do 3 appeals and then a whole new order. But I got it.
She had 3 appeals and then got her chair.
Yep.
3 appeals and a new order.
Yeah, see, I would be taking my power chair apart and adding some more torque to it, and seeing how fast we can get this puppy down to the street. I know I'm gonna void the warranty right away if I ever get a power chair.
Then you'd have to replace the brakes and hurt yourself again, like you did with your daughter's car.
That's
true. Yeah, because the brakes are, man, you let go of your joystick and it's like, man.
Well, those batteries are heavy too. Let me tell you, I made a mistake of putting one battery in end of last year. That cost me about 2 weeks. The battery's about like 100 pounds. It depends. I got a big SUV. My daughter, she needed a battery. I said, go in there, buy the battery. Tell them to put it in for you because I'm not taking 2 weeks out of my life again for a battery.
Yeah. So it's been a journey, definitely.
Yeah, it is a long, hard journey, isn't it?
It's our journey.
Have you thought about aquatic therapy?
About what?
Aquatic therapy.
Aquatic pool.
Yeah, I do that. Tell them that.
You do it. You do it.
Yeah, we were swimming quite often, and we just met up with this gal that is trying to maybe like do a lot of detox stuff with Carrie and some different vitamins and stuff. And she said it might be wise right now to stay out of the pool just because of chlorine that she'd get in through her, absorb through her body.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, so right now we're not going to swim much and just kind of go with this other protocol for a while.
Yeah.
And
The pool
see,
also is a biocarbonate, so it's not chlorine, it's not salt.
It's chlorine.
No, it's not.
It's chlorine.
It's not a chlorine pool.
It's
Cool.
yours.
Yeah, the pool I swim in is not chlorine.
Yours. Okay. Yeah. So most pools are chlorine.
It's a biocarbonated.
How nice.
ozone. Yeah.
Should ask about that or salt water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I heard that.
But yeah, we
don't
live in
have
this
that.
community that we've got a real big pool with lanes and everything. That's where we were swimming, and it was really nice. But now they said maybe you shouldn't do that right now and see where this goes, just to see if we can turn the direction on this a little bit.
I understand that.
Yeah, we're gonna just go do the gym and use
No step.
the new step and the treadmills and that kind of thing. Well, treadmills.
UTIs and lung issues are killers for MSA. Or UTI that turned into a kidney infection. It literally about killed me. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I was pretty sick.
Yeah, those things hurt.
Problems.
Yeah, that's what we were really concerned with when she went in the hospital, that it would turn sepsis and.
I did have that problem.
Yeah, sepsis.
Yeah, so.
That's no fun.
But it turned out okay. She got through it, and I guess that one's behind her now.
Made me a speech worse.
Yeah. Every time you get sick, it takes a piece of you with it. Every time you have anesthesia, every time you get sick, whatever, it takes a little bit, like 5% of you, 2%. I completely understand that one.
Yeah.
We lost my mom. Yeah, we lost my mom a year ago, and it seemed like she'd get a UTI and she'd get a little worse, and then they'd clear it up, and then she'd get another one, she'd get a little worse, and then finally, probably that may be what took her ultimately. But I mean, she was 82 years old too, so. But,
I think that will be my problem.
Yeah, and she had dementia, so drink water. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Did you drink? Well, I don't remember if I did or I didn't.
There is plenty of water and vodka, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of speech, bladder,
mobility,
definitely. Writing.
Blurry vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, my first symptoms, my feet were just a step behind. I'm talking like a 1/100th of a second, right? Nothing to me, right? Still playing basketball. When I lost my ability to type, like almost overnight, it was when I went to the doctor. So, it took my typing away for work, telecommunications. I need reports and stuff. Once that happened, I was like straight to the doctor. Like, maybe it's rheumatoid arthritis, and that doctor's like, no, you need to go see the specialist because it's not RA.
Yeah, they diagnosed me with tardive dyskinesia at first.
Dyskinesia.
And then he sent me to a rheumatologist, and the rheumatologist said, no, you don't have rheumatology.
Yeah.
Tardive dyskinesia.
Had that too.
So I will edit this out if not appropriate, but you both, we all have a disability. I'm an idiot with MSA who likes to do things to get hurt. And my wife is perfect. She doesn't have a disability. So we all have disabilities. And Carrie, you have MSA, and your husband has a hearing impediment, right?
Great combo.
I mean, how did when you said it the first time, I was like, I don't know if my wife would stay with me if we had a hearing impediment at MSA, because it would not, like, we would be choking each other. Like, I said this. How does that work out? I mean, do you rely more on like facial expressions, like not non-voice things?
Well, we say what a lot, and we've gotten along pretty good. She's got a karaoke mic she talks into to make it louder.
That is fantastic, Carrie. These are things that people need to know around the world. How do we make living with MSA easier? There's one example. A karaoke machine. I never would have thought about that in a million years. Pretty fun. flashy too. Yeah, I like it.
Well,
Cool.
when we were in
So
Mexico, we were singing aloud in the Suburban with my nephew and my great nieces, and they decided we needed karaoke mics when we got home, so they sent us those.
But I found another
So we didn't do it on purpose. We just kind of got them by accident. So she's been using that on me.
It works,
house.
though, right?
that's awesome though. I mean, that's
That's a
of course
great
obviously,
idea.
yeah, Carrie's going to be slurring a little bit more and more and more, but I mean,
At
that's
least
awesome.
it's something.
Carrie could type on her phone and have it read it out on the karaoke mic.
Add that. You
There you
posted
go.
something on that. I've always speak to
Oh, you
She's
did?
got voice banking.
Was that for my video or another video?
your video.
Makes me I feel so happy now that somebody did that. I hate Apple. I hate everything about Apple. I'm a Samsung person, and I know that doesn't matter, but but when I heard that Apple had voice banking and how good it actually was for an Apple phone, I had there's a lot of these technologies. Like right now, we're using Riverside to record, and as we record, it remembers Daisy's voice and my voice, and we can make videos just by typing, and it will use our voices, our own
Okay.
voices. Yeah, copies of them to do whatever we want to. So definitely use the technology you have to make life easier.
Yeah, definitely.
We can't type.
Especially if you can't type. Yeah,
I got
Your toe.
the stylus
She has a stylist for
yeah.
help her text.
because of my phones.
And
And
it was my fingers. That's what I call them. My husband takes my phone and
help.
says, "Let me
Yeah.
FaceTime that for you." What do you want to say?
I think the hardest thing is for me, I like swiping instead of typing. Instead of like typing each letter, I like swiping the word, and now my finger.
That.
Yeah, my
It doesn't work for me.
finger goes everywhere except where it's supposed to go. But at least Google.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, though, right? I use it's called the Android application Gboard, it's Google's keyboard, and it looks at your emails, your texts and stuff. It doesn't store anything, but it looks at it's trying to predict what you're going to say. And even if my finger is going like this, it knows I want to say this based on what I said before. And it's the most wonderful keyboard I've ever had, the most accurate, like no mistakes. Well, I encourage you, even if you have an issue where they have to keep backtracking or replacing words or whatever, try Gboard, Gboard, Google Keyboard. It is wonderful. It has made my MSA typing, because I've lost my typing on my phone. If it wasn't for Gboard, I wouldn't be sending text messages anymore.
Well, yeah. See if I do got it. Does anybody have anything else to add?
No, I think all's built isolation.
Isolation.
Yeah.
It's like a social death before you die.
Yeah, because she knows her speech isn't clear, so she won't talk to people that really don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So it isolates her.
It's hard.
Most people are pretty good, but some people, they're just like, what? This is too hard.
Yeah. I know what I want to ask you. Ask it right this. Do you squeeze your food when you eat it? You have a problem with that?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
And shaking. I put some tremors.
Can't get the spoon to your mouth?
Yeah. Same thing. I'm sloppy.
I wear a veil.
Let me tell you. The other day, I went out to an event with a few people that I don't normally know. Well, I don't know, and with my wife. So I know my wife. Everyone else I don't know. And this is probably the only group of people that don't know about my MSA and my speech impediments and things like that. And the first thing one of the guys says when we come down there, he's like, "Are you high?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Not yet."
I might be talking better if I was.
Are you drunk? And I told him, I said, "This is the first group, like dinner group or whatever, that I actually have to explain what MSA is, because all my other groups of people that we go out with or have dinner with or invite over, they know. It makes you feel much better to go out and at least try, even if you don't speak as much. But remember, Carrie, you lose your voice quicker as you stop talking to people because you're ashamed or afraid. Like me at home, I talk to the cats half the day.
Yeah, she talks to
Right?
dogs quite a lot.
Yeah, because when you lose your dopamine, you lose your automatic responses and your fine motor control and stuff. By restricting yourself, you're just going to make your voice go quicker. Especially I understand. How do I go out now look so disabled? I don't want to say retarded, but disabled. Well, I wear sunglasses even at nighttime. Why? Because you can see my disease in my eyes, but it's really hard to see it on the rest of my face if I'm not, uh, if I don't have glasses on. There's lots of things you can do to, hide masks, which will make us feel better in the end that we actually got out and did something. So I
Yeah.
encourage you to just, the people that care about you, they like Kenny said, they won't say huh huh huh. They'll say huh, and then they'll catch on,
They
and
do.
they'll stay with you, right? Those are the people we want to stay with and talk to. There's a lot of people that have no time for us, and it's their time, right? A bar, a restaurant, a party, ceremony, whatever. But definitely don't get out there and stay talking, stay engaged, because that's how we keep our muscle memory. That's how we keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I tell her too. If we're having a conversation, we get along fine.
Yeah,
But if she just starts talking to me and I'm not ready to listen, I say what every time, because it's like
Yeah, what?
my brain doesn't speed up until I get into conversation a little bit too. And if we're looking at each other and having a conversation, we know what we're talking about. We do
yeah,
we do great. But if we're rolling along and all of a sudden the subject changes right in the middle of the conversation, it's like, what the hell are we
Okay,
talking
ADHD.
about
okay.
now?
yeah. It's true, because my best conversations are when my wife is next to me, because we are in lockstep. She knows she knows how to finish my sentence for me.
Does that too.
Yeah. So I mean, would I ever go to a get together or a party, where I have to speak, like a cocktail party or something by myself? No, because I have to have my wife to fill in. I start, she finishes.
Yeah,
She's your
Same
interpreter.
here.
that's kind of why I'm here right now on
I
this
have my
call.
interpreter, and Carrie has hers.
You're here, Kenny, because we need more beer.
Yeah,
Well,
That's
thank you
make
so
sure you
much,
drink yours.
Carrie.
I love Coors. Coors Light. Coors Light.
Yeah, that's
Thank
fine.
you so much for coming on and
if I
talking with
could
us
type,
today.
I would. But
She would write a book if she could type.
about this.
Well,
Hey,
you could
you brought up the subject, and I'm going to ask David, how far are
you
you on the book?
you you could transcribe it into.
E-scribe?
You'll be surprised how much, like Google Gemini or Apple, whatever, Siri, how much they will actually accurately transcribe your words for you on a computer, and then you could put it to a book format. You'd be
Copilot
very
does.
surprised.
Yeah, it was kind of strange. After my phone updated one time, it's this little thing message come on. It said something about AI and conversations and how it'd make things clearer. And
Yeah,
we don't talk on the phone a lot because we're always together. But it seemed like after that, the phone calls with her, I could understand her better. And maybe it's their AI in their phones that were making it clearer for us.
yeah.
I don't know.
Even her Apple, I mean, the Apple voice banking on an Apple phone. I mean, it's you just tell it what to say into a spreadsheet or whatever. You can always do it. The question is, how can I do it?
Hmm.
Yeah, if you want to write a book, I will help you find a way to write a book.
Okay.
Or I've already got one.
I'm showing my age, but I used to use Dragon speaking for voice stuff. Doctors used to use that, right? But there's so many free products out there that you can use. But if you have your voice banked already, I'm assuming with Apple, then you're already way ahead of the game, because it has the best part of your voice.
I did that last year.
Yeah, yeah. So now all you have to do is get in an Apple spreadsheet or a MacBook or whatever, and start speaking through your voice. You would tell it to put it onto a spreadsheet, and it'll do it for you.
Oh, really?
Apple's very. I don't like Apple, but Apple's very good at
Oh, yeah.
integrating all their devices very well. So I'm not an Apple fan, but they're very good for if you want to do something on a phone and continue it on a laptop. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I encourage you. Last question I have. Any words of wisdom? Any words of anything?
Stay tough and take it every day.
Yeah, don't get MSA. But yeah, just take one day at a time. I've told people if you try to look at this as a whole, you can't really do it. But if
Focus
you
on
just
the
live one day at a
positive.
time and enjoy your days together, which that's what we do. It's like, what's today? Well, we're gonna do today, and we're gonna do something, and it'll usually turn out to be a pretty good day. And then we just tomorrow we'll deal with tomorrow.
That's
That's
all
what
I
I keep
can do.
telling her. I said you can't look at it as a whole, or you can't manage it. And I think that's how I've kind of kept my chin up through all this. I'm not a very emotional person, and it's I that's how I've dealt with it. Is I don't look at you think about what it'll be like when she's gone or whatever. Right now, it's what we have. We have today. We'll probably have tomorrow, and we'll make the best of today, and we'll make the best of tomorrow, and then we'll make the best of the next day. Someday when those days end, then I'll deal with that. But I'm not going to deal with it today.
Enjoy each other while you can.
Yeah, enjoy each other while you can. I mean, I say the same thing, Kenny. I just like my pain and falling, and like Carrie hitting the tree with her and falling over. I make a joke about that because you have to be a strong person to do that and keep trying with your power chair. I mean,
Oh yeah, and it was in public where 100 people could see her.
embarrassing, hurts. I mean, your pride, you whatever, right? But it takes a special person like Carrie, but also like Kenny to like what I say. Take that box of emotional pain that we have and bury that MFR in your backyard and don't bring it back up. Right?
Yeah,
There's a part, cry it out. Right? Yeah, I got all new people. I got MSA. Cry it out. Take
yeah.
2-3 days. Cry, 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 cry. Get
I
it
do
out of
that.
your system. Right? Get it out of your system and get on with
Your
life.
days are up, honey.
ETIs don't help, do they?
Yeah,
ETIs don't help.
I'm surprised that thing could come out.
Carrie, when you go to the urologist, see about Botox
Yes.
before
Yeah.
you go to a pubic catheter or
Have,
any
they,
pubic catheter. See
has
about
anybody
Botox.
checked your throat muscles, your esophagus?
No.
Here's the
Botox
problem,
needed.
right? So Daisy, we need to come up with a list of things to do in order by attention
Yeah.
because your speech you should have had just not swallowing tests are just not for swallowing, right? Or absorption. They're also for speech.
Oh,
That's how they know I have half my vocal cord is paralyzed over here and my bottom muscles are so weak that they can't do anything. They choke and aspirate. Daisy mentioned Botox before, well, many times before when we talked. And I went to the my doctors and got Botox. You can get it for like when you have too much
Your soul
salivation.
again.
I got 3 or 4 shots in the side for muscles, and that was months ago, and it's just now starting to wear off. So for 3 or 4,
That's big
maybe
enough.
5 months, I have not been choking on my pills, and now I'm starting to choke again. So it's time to go back for Botox, and it makes your voice stronger because it makes your vocal cord muscles stronger. So Botox is well for my insurance is completely free. It's asking people that have things. I ask Daisy all the time, do your hands do this? Do they do that? Do you have this? Do you have that? Because I want to know what she did and also what Daisy did not do. I want to learn from Daisy's good 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 decisions and her bad mistakes.
I should to write this
new
down.
part
Write this on the calendar.
each about and also
yeah. Well, this new person we found that's trying to help Carrie is she's going to using a ozone machine where she sits inside of it and a detox. It's
down.
supposed to maybe detox and certain.
I sweat the first time yesterday.
Yeah, she actually
Really?
sweat in the ozone. It's kind of an ozone sauna. She she says, "Well, I don't sweat," and then she got in there and she was sweating, so it's a good
Yeah,
thing.
And
Maybe
today my hands and feet are sweating.
that's
so.
good.
Maybe
That's
we'll
good.
get
So,
that, and then
so yeah.
some vitamins and stuff for spinal cord. So hopefully we'll keep you updated if we get some good positive response out of this.
Absolutely.
Hey, Carrie, send me the information if you don't mind.
Excuse me?
The detox and information. Did you ever get digital?
I eat only vegetarian. I give up sugar, good.
Good.
Distilled water.
Carrot.
You were telling me you needed to digitalize some information to send to me?
Yeah,
Did you get that done?
I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
No
Carrie,
problem.
I'm going to die a horrible person because I'm not giving up my sugar. There's no
Me
way.
Either. I didn't get this fat because I eat well.
Yeah, or my vodka. Vodka is what slows it down for the day, so I don't trip over things. I came across one thing I want to share. Right, I came across one thing because my wife ordered it for a friend of hers who asked her to order, and I saw it on the Amazon. I said, no way. They are under bed LED motion lights.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So when I get out of bed or come to bed, depending where you put them, we have like a curved frame. It's weird. Anyway, so I put on there. So anytime we step there or get out of bed or get in bed or walk anywhere within probably 10 feet, they're dim. I mean, they're not bright, but they're bright enough to see. So now I don't actually fall over at nighttime because at nighttime I can't see and I fall. Buying these things on Amazon for probably $20, that was like $16 for two
That's
LED strips with motion sensors. Change changes the game because now you can get out of bed at nighttime and actually go pee to the right place or go to the kitchen or whatever. And by the way, you just don't have to put those under your bed. You can put them in the hallway anywhere you want to.
That's a good idea.
Carrie'd prefer to walk around the dark.
That's too dangerous, Carrie.
She sounds like me. Like, let's do it the hard way, right?
Don't be a hard
What was
man.
that noise? I just ran into the wall. Okay.
Yeah. My toe again.
We got
Well, thank you guys for coming on and sharing some more things that patients can do to make their lives a little easier.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for coming on and sharing your
And
experience.
remember, we're all MSA Crusaders.
Yeah, and the REM sleep RBG.
Yeah, I have it bad.
Last 3 nights I've been on.
So, do you have a king size mattress? It's got to be pretty bad if you have the king size, so you can still reach over it.
Oh well, we have 3 dogs, so we have to have a king size mattress.
Okay.
So
And guardrail.
yeah, she fell out of bed one night. I said, well, that's nothing new. I did that one time. But yeah, so she got a little rail there that she can.
I punched my wife just had knee surgery for her meniscus, and like a week later, I kicked her knee. I'm like,
Wonderful.
I was trying to run at nighttime, and I was running the wrong way.
I was rolling down a hill, and I fell.
No.
Yeah. I slid out from under a car when I fell out of bed. At least I didn't get crushed by the car.
Yeah. I can imagine.
I was like, ow, my neck.
At
least I didn't get crushed by the car.
I have CPAP.
Yeah, she uses CPAP to make sure she breathes right. She's had sleep studies that tell her she doesn't need one. She feels.
I'm on the border of they're trying to order me one. I'm like, not yet.
I've used one for years because I snore, and if I don't have it on, she smacks me.
But I went to that CPAP ourselves.
Yeah, I had extra. And she started using it.
There you go.
And made difference like a year ago.
Really? It works really good?
Yeah,
I think it works good and gives her more confidence that she's not going to quit breathing in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah. I'm going to say it's the brain that tells the lungs to stop breathing, you know.
Yeah, central brain sleep apnea.
It's not the CPAP's going to keep that going, but when the brain tells the lungs stop, it's like,
I'm sorry, I don't
hope it
mean to be
works.
rude, y'all, but I've got to go.
Okay. All right. Well, so we'll have a second visit sometime soon.
Yes.
Okay. Again,
Remember, we're all MSA Crusaders.
yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Carrie and Katie. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.